Hi guys, it's that time of the month again when we reveal our find of the month. This month, unusually, we've got two objects, not one. The reason we're doing both of them is because they're both equally as cool, but they're both the same family of item. But here on the right, we've got a Royal Navy lifeboat compass. We deal direct with the Ministry of Defence, and I discovered these in these secret underground mines that the MOD has. Which I'm privileged to have access to. These were spares designated for Royal Navy warships, not used, not needed. We bought them. And here, in a different part of the world, 10,000 miles away from them, last month when I was working on a ship in India, there was a Russian warship there, along with some other larger bits and bobs. I found these lifeboat compasses, which originally were like a powder coated grey, but we've polished them up. So as you can see, there's a stark contrast in design. The Royal Navy ones were made by Kelvin Hughes, which is like the the Rolls-Royce of compass makers and suppliers to the Admiralty for 100 years. A traditional design that hasn't changed for 100 years, made of solid brass and powder coated that traditional duck egg blue of the Royal Navy. And the Russian one, these are from, the ship was built in 1970, so these vary in age from 70s and 80s, but the Russians designed them like that in the 1960s, which is why they've got that sort of space race Sputnik look about them. So let me take the bonnets off and then you can see the card. The Royal Navy has this lovely brass toggle and sliding hood, revealing its lovely 5-inch compass card, and the Russian one has a clip style, which is easy to bring off. The Russian has a sliding gimbal and azimuth ring, sort of with that quite primitive bar there, but again, it's just a lifeboat. The compasses are very good, magnetic compasses. They have to be if you're in a lifeboat, let's face it. And typical Russian style, it's quite a weighty compass bowl in there with a gimbal that goes both ways. Obviously, that one's a little bit stiff, I've got to say. They're not electrified. Obviously, lifeboat doesn't have any power. The compass illumination relies on little paraffin tanks. This one opens nice and easy. Bit grubby, but that's reflected in the price. I'll come to that in a minute. Shows signs of life. It's been at sea for 30 years. And the Royal Navy one's got, as you can see, just a little bit more finesse to it. And has a lovely little brass tank in there, which, of course, because I'm being filmed, is awkward to get out. It's normally easier than that. Ready to go, ready to use. Wick still intact. And there was a time when we used to polish these and never sell them in their blue because they needed that sort of brass look, but I like these just the way they are in their duck egg blue. So that's a quickie, but I think these are beautiful marine objects that would look lovely in any pub or study or any corner of a sort of coastal home. I hope you agree. And we're back on it now with lots of videos, so don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's getting more popular as we go, and we seem to be getting a lot of good feedback from it. So if you don't look at our YouTube or don't subscribe, then please do, and you can keep an eye on what we're coming up with every month.